is spherical mirrors. So spherical mirrors is the topic which is very useful for class 7 and class 10, even for class 12. So that is a common topic. The terms are related to spherical mirrors. Today we are going to discuss. So first of all, I would like to explain you the real actual meaning of spherical mirrors. Mirrors, we are very familiar with that word, that is mirror. So when it combined with the spherical, so it makes some meaning. That means completely different from the mirror. Mirror we are having at home, but we use the term only mirror. These mirrors are the plane mirrors, right? That means we are standing in front of mirror and we can dress up well, we can check. So that is plane mirror. So spherical mirrors means sphere. There must be sphere related to these mirrors. So if I consider a ball, 3D sphere like this. So if I will make a cut over there like this, right? This is a glass and I will make a cut over there, and then I will just polish one surface on both the mirrors. Like if I polish inner surface of this, and there I will polish outer surface of this, then they will be converted into two different mirrors like this. If I will see one mirror and another mirror, right? In this, inner surface is polished and in that, outer surface is polished. So what are spherical mirrors? Spherical mirrors, these are the two spherical mirrors I can say. Why spherical mirror? Because these are the part of a sphere. I have cut it from that sphere. So that is spherical mirror. So mirror whose reflecting surface. Because this surface, the pink color, that color is polished. This is the polished surface. Right? And this inward surface, that is the reflecting. This is reflecting surface in both the cases. So these are spherical mirrors. So the mirrors whose reflecting surface is a part of sphere. Is a part of sphere. That are known as spherical mirrors. Very simple, right? Spherical mirrors, right? Now there are terms related to these spherical mirrors. First of all, I would like to tell you spherical mirrors. The terms related to spherical mirrors, like if I will consider this, there might be one diameter and there might be one center, that is C of this, right? So for these, you can see here, if I talk about this mirror, center of this side and this also theme at the center. So that C is known as the center of curvature. Center of curvature. Generally we call it center for a sphere, but for spherical mirror we use the center of curvature. Curvature means a part of sphere, right? This is called center of curvature. One more quantity there. If I will consider this curvature the part of sphere, I am using this. There might be a center of this. Let it be here. That is denoted as P, and P is known as pole, right? The pole on the both sides. In that side also there will be one pole. So that is known as the pole, right? So pole and center of curvature, very important term. So center of curvature, it is the center of reflecting spherical mirror, which is the center of the sphere, right? The center of curvature is the center of sphere whose reflecting surface is a part of. Center of curvature is the center of the sphere whose reflecting surface is the part of. Now moving towards further, I would like to tell you about these two types like I have discussed here. Types of spherical mirror. In one mirror and one mirror. In one mirror the outer surface was polished and in one mirror the inner surface was polished. So this is known as concave and this is known as convex. So concave and convex mirror. So these are the two spherical mirror types. One is convex mirror, another is concave mirror. So for definition, concave mirror, the mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inward, whose outer surface is polished, that is concave mirror, whose inner surface is polished and outer surface is curved. So generally the spherical mirrors I would like to show you. This way the polish is done, right color, and on that side the mirror is there. So I am able to see this is a concave mirror type. This is a concave mirror and which outer surface is polished, inner surface is reflecting. Very common example if you take from home, a spoon, right? So this surface, if I am looking at this, I am looking at concave mirror, and very interesting if you will try to visualize yourself inside the inner surface, you will see a different kind of image, means head down and legs in the upward direction, and on the other sides if I will look at that outer portion, that is convex mirror, right? So this is convex, this is concave. So I hope till here it's very clear to everyone. So now the very important thing which I was telling you about the terms related to these mirrors. So if we come back to this again, first is pole we have discussed, that is P. Second is center of curvature, that is C, we have already discussed. Third is radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Radius of curvature is denoted by R. That is very simple, the line joining pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature, that is radius of curvature, right? This is R. Then one more we have principal axis. Principal axis, that is CP, or if it is here we can see A, then AC. That means the line containing pole and center of curvature, that is principal axis, along with one more term that we call principal focus. So what is principal focus? That is very important. If I take, let's use it for polished surface only. If I take this mirror, outer surface is polished, right? And these are the, that is axis containing, this is pole, here is center of curvature. If a ray of light coming from here, ray of light coming from here, after striking they will move like this. If one more ray I would like to show, it will also go from there. If one more ray I would like to show, it will go from there. So this is the common point, that is F. So the number of rays moving parallel to principal axis after striking the mirror will meet at one common point, that is principal focus, that is F, right? So from principal focus we can also take one more term, that is focal length, and this is FP. Distance between the pole and focus, that is known as focal length, FP, right? Very important thing, the relation between radius of curvature and focal length, 2f. Radius is always double because focal length is denoted by small f. So radius is always double of focal length, right? This is radius of curvature, relation between focal length and radius of curvature, or also we can say focal length is always half of radius, right? So concave mirror, as you can see these rays are converging at one point, so it means that it's known as converging mirror. On the other side, if I will talk about convex mirror, so in this case, if these are the rays striking, after striking they will go like this. So these are not actually meeting, but they are just appearing to meet at one common point. This is again focus, but on the other side, because you can see from the structure, the focus will lie on this side. So principal focus, they will not meet actually because they are diverging. Diverging means parallel. That is, they are moving away from each other. But if I will increase it to the other side, then they will meet at one point, that is F, principal focus, right? So dear students, very important thing, here the rays are actually meeting after reflection. After striking, they are actually meeting. Here they are not meeting. We are just imagining that, supposing that they will meet at that point. So in that case, this is real image. This is virtual image, in which the rays actually meet at one point. It will always form real image. In this, the rays will not meet at one point, but they just appear to move. That is known as virtual image, right? So if we talk about the uses of concave mirror and convex mirror, after this we will discuss the image formation for the concave and convex mirror in the next lecture. So uses of concave mirror can be used as the shaving mirror, right? So at saloons also it can be used, by the dentist also it can be used. Convex mirror is very commonly used in the rear view mirror of the vehicles. Like in the vehicles you might have seen the side rear view mirror, in which while driving, the driver is able to see the traffic at the back. But have you observed or have you thought that the more amount of area it's covering, it's very small in size but it's covering very huge area. Why? Because of convex mirror. Just imagine if you will use concave or plane mirror in spite of this. If you will use plane mirror, so that means if one person on the bike is covering, that means he or she will cover the full mirror. Nobody will be visible at the back of him. But in spite of this, if we are using convex mirror, it's appearing, because convex mirror covers large area. That's why it's also known as anti-theft mirror, because it is used in the stores, multiplex. You might have seen even in the ATM machines, when you enter to withdraw the amount in the ATM machines, you can see a mirror is hanged over there. In that you can see the backside area of the door, from which if anybody is entering, you will come to know immediately, right? So this is the best use for the convex mirror, right? So this is just the information form, right? So in the next lecture, I will tell you about the rules for the image formation and that how the image formation take place in concave and convex mirror. Thank you everyone.